In this video, we will do a recap of all the trades we have done in the last month. We will see how all our positions are performing, and we will decide if keep the position open or close it. Stay until the end of the video because we will also see a new strong buy.
Let's start, of course, with one of the best position we had in the recent months. I am talking about Nvidia. Nvidia is probably one of the best stock that the financial market have ever seen in history. And in this moment, Nvidia is approaching all-time high. We have never been so high with Nvidia, and this is what we said many times in the past month. This is one of the best company we have ever had in our portfolio, and as you can see, thanks to the ranking page inside the S&P 500, Nvidia will become probably very soon the biggest share, the biggest stock in the entire S&P 500, and this is something really interesting. This is a very important achievement because if we go directly in the Nvidia page, we can see that the performance in the last 20 years is impressive, is really impressive. And of course, we are long on Nvidia, and I really think it's a good idea to stay long because probably this company will beat the estimates in the next quarters and probably will continue to grow in the future. We know something really interesting thanks to the forecaster terminal. For example, we know that Nvidia is one of the best, one of the preferred stock from the politician, the United States politician. They are buying heavily the stock, and probably they know something because they are really investing only in few stocks, and Nvidia is one of these. Okay, so we saw already in the last weeks talking about the new tool, the political section, and we already know that Nvidia is one of the only shares that the politics are buying. Of course, talking about fundamentals, at the moment we have a stock which is a little bit above the fair value, but cannot be different, guys, because the shares skyrocketed a lot. But as we can see, thanks to the overview page, if we plot the net income on the chart, we can see that this this bull trend is because of profits for the company. Look, if we plot the net income on the chart, we can see that in all its history, Nvidia follow the net income, and this is why this company is running so far in the stock market. And we really think that this company will continue to grow. Of course, we have to be ready because we will probably have a lot of volatility on Nvidia, but I really think that all the time that the company will crash on the market, it will be a nice opportunity to invest in. Let me know what do you think about it, but I really think that in the next 6 months we can really see this company doing all-time high and all-time high again. Please let me know what you think about it. Before to move to the other stocks we have to talk about, what we do thanks to the forecasting is matching fundamental analysis with all the other kind of analysis, including statistical, mathematical, and technical analysis. And thanks to the forecaster, we brought together these two worlds that have historically been far apart. So what we are doing, and this is why we are getting such good results, is because we are merging, let's say, these two worlds, which is the technical world and the fundamental world. Okay, what we are trying to do, and let me tell you, we are doing very good, is merging these two worlds, fundamental and technical, and we are getting the most of both worlds. So, for example, if we move to the other stock, the other company we talked about in the last month, I'm talking about Louis Vuitton, for example. Let's go to the ranking page. Let's go to the CAC 40, which is the France index, and let's click the best towards button. As you can see, we found LVMH, not because we had such reserved information, but just because thanks to the fundamental parameters we are watching, okay, which is the fair value, the Z-score, F-score, M-score, and the value generation, we know that this company is probably the best company listed in this market. Okay, so what we are doing now, very simple, we analyze the company from a fundamental point of view. We know that the company is undervalued, the company is solid, we know everything about the fundamental part of the company. What we can do now is analyzing the chart, and thanks to our tools, which are statistical and mathematical tools, we can understand, for example, in this case, we are really on an interesting low in prices. Because look, guys, this is very important for you to understand, because this is the heart of our strategy, which is merging fundamental analysis and technical, statistical, mathematical analysis. As you can see, we have here a very interesting law, which is in the same moment where we have a spike in volumes, exactly in the moment the company, the share, made a low on the stock market. And this is a very strong bullish sign, okay? At the same time, as you can see, we have a huge divergence between prices and our indicator, the Wyckoff indicator. What this indicator tell us is something very, very simple. This indicator tell us that even if the prices on the stock market went down, the number of buyers is increasing, okay? So, as you can see, we are here in a very interesting point where we had a huge spike in volume. At the same time, we know that in the last 3 months, we had a bear trend, but at the same time, the number of buyers are increasing. Okay. And this is why we really think this could be a huge turning point for this company. We really expect the company to start again to perform like this company did in the past. Okay. So we talked a lot about LVMH, and we are still bullish on this company. And every day, day after day, we have confirmation about this very strong minimum. And we really think at this point we are ready for a turning, a rising prices. Okay, so very, very interesting. Let's move to another company we talked about many months ago. We are talking about MercadoLibre, which is a very interesting company listed at Nasdaq. Okay, we talk about this company when it was here at $1,600 dollars per shares. Okay, and we had a really nice uh, a really nice a really nice strong trend, upward movement. Okay, what can we do now? Very, very simple, guys. Let's do what we like to do, merging fundamental analysis and technical analysis. In this moment, we can definitely say that this company is a little bit overvalued, because look, the company is of course solid because we have an Alt1 Z score which tell us that the company is not gonna be bankruptcy. Okay, we also have a Benishem score that tell us that this company is a serious company, they unlikely to be manipulating its earnings. Okay, but at the moment we have a little bit of overvaluation in the stock prices. Okay, we can also check, for example, in the overview page, and we can apply the net income, okay, of the company. As you can see, plotting a 10-year a 10-year a 10-year chart, we can see that prices are matching with the net income. Okay, so the net income plotted on this chart is something like a balance point. When prices are lower, the shares are undervalued. When the prices are when the prices are under, the share is undervalued. When the prices are over, the company in the stock market is overvalued. In this moment, we are exactly at the the balance point. Okay, so how can we decide if to keep this position in our portfolio or close it? We have to go here. We have to go to the overbought and oversold page, and as you can see, the numbers of buyers are a little bit decreasing, and we are starting to have a divergence between prices and our indicator. Okay, so if we match this information, we can definitely say that MercadoLibre is in a very interesting point where we can sell the company. We can definitely sell this position, and maybe we can try in the future to buy the same company at lower prices. Okay, as you can see, we had a very huge uh, movement. We had a very interesting, we said in the webinar where we talked about MercadoLibre that the company probably were going to set a new historical high, and the company did. Okay, so at the moment, I really think that it's still a nice company, it's very interesting business, but at the moment is a little bit overvalued. When we bought the company, it was undervalued. So it's time to close, in my opinion, this position. Let me know what you think about it. Okay, let's go on, guys, and let's go to another share, another company we talked about a lot, which is Lululemon. We talked very recently about this company. We bought this company, and very, very soon this company started to skyrocket. And also now let's go in real time, we can find that the company is very nice today. Lululemon, perfect. The company is over $300 now. And let's have a look, because we talked about this company when it was on a very low point. Okay, so let's start from the fundamental. At the moment, we have a very interesting company because it's very solid and at the same time very undervalued. Okay, the problem, in my opinion, as I told you before, with this company is that the prices dropped a lot because of Nike. If we open the forecaster terminal page for Nike, we can see that this company dropped in the stock market because they had um, many problems. We talked a lot about Nike, but this company went down, fall down because of Nike performance. Okay, because if you look the fundamentals, this company is very strong with growing sales, growing net income, very nice ratios. So the company is really a gem. Okay, what we do, very simple, we saw exactly what is happening on LVMH shares. The company did a very interesting low, a very interesting low. We saw spikes in volume exactly in the same moment of low in prices. And look, the same situation we are experiencing now in LVMH. We have a share which dropped, but at the same time, the numbers of buyer increased. Okay, and this is why we decided exactly on this very important law to get inside the company, to invest in this company. As you can see, what we did is merging, is taking together these two different worlds that, historically speaking, they have been far apart, which is a fundamental world and technical, mathematical, statistical world. Okay, if we see this situation, that we can also find the look very, very nice here on the other indicator, which is the speed indicator. As you can see, in all these period, we can see the speed of the prices which is decreasing. We have a divergence between prices and the indicator. Okay, so we merge these two worlds, fundamental with a share, with a stock which is very, very, very undervalued, and with the technical analysis, let's say mathematical, statistical analysis that say that the company is near to a turning point. Okay, so what we have to do today with this share, very simple. We have to keep it because look, we see also in the Wyckoff indicator, we have no sign of a reversal. Okay, the company is growing on the stock market and also the number of buyers is growing. We have no divergence at the moment between prices and the indicator. Okay, very, very important. So in the case of Lululemon, we can stay invested in this company. Okay, very, very interesting. And of course, we can see also the seasonality. And if we plot on the chart the 10 and 15-year seasonality, we can see that at least for 1.5 months, we have a huge, a very interesting potential upside potential yeah, sorry for we have an upside potential which is very interesting, because in this window, in this period I highlighted on the chart, in the 73% of time in the last 15 years, the stock went up with an average return of 11%. Very, very, very interesting. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Let's go to a very nice company which we bought very recently in the last days. I was waiting for doing this this webinar to share with you this company. If we go to the ranking page and we go to the Netherlands stock index, we can find that ASML Holding is the biggest company of this very interesting marketing, but at the same time, if we click on the best to worst button, we can find that this company is also the best company in this market. Okay, this company is one of the only, if not the only one, company involved in semiconductor business in Europe. We are talking about a company which is very big, 262 billion euro in capitalization, in market cap. We are talking about a company which had sales for 27 billion euro and a net income of 7 billion euro. I don't know if you know this company, but is very, very interesting, thanks to what happened just in the last days, because the management released the provision of sales for 2025, and they decreased the provision of sales, and this caused the drop in prices of the shares. And as you can see, we have a company which in one day dropped 15%. Okay, and at the moment this company is very interesting because they are doing a lot of money. If we go and see the fundamentals, we know that the company is very profitable, but at the same time, this company is really undervaluated, because we can find that the fair value is 35% above the market price today. Okay. Also, the ratios are very good. We have very interesting profit margin, a ROE, return on equity, which is 58%. Very interesting. What this company just did was to tell, guys, we have to lower a little bit the expectation for 2025, but we are still one of the best company in Europe. Okay. This company, guys, is also listed in the United States. If you are connected from the United States, you can buy also this company on the NYSE, I think. Let me check. ASML. Yeah, you can definitely find it also. Yeah, at Nasdaq. It's listed also at Nasdaq. I bought it in the um, Netherlands Stock Exchange, but I am from Europe and it's easier probably for me. Thank you, David. Yes, is on Nasdaq. Yes. So David say that they have been on his watch list for a while. Perfect. It's a very interesting company. And if we go for the fundamentals, we see the company is so attractive, fundamentally speaking, okay, because it's undervalued, the company is solid, they are repurchasing their own stock since ever, the company is robust. I mean, it's a very nice company. Look, we also have a shareholder yield which is higher than the dividend yield. This company is creating value for his investors. So I'm not afraid to tell you that in the long run, this is a nice company to have in our portfolio. But let's go and see if we have interesting signs, let's say, of accumulation from investors. And look, guys, we have the same situation we can find of LVMH. Look, on every low in prices, we can see spike in volumes, a very strong sign that the end of the bear market is near. And as you can see, also our indicator that tell us if the number of buyers are increasing, even if the prices are falling, is telling us that we are approaching a very important low in prices. Okay, in my opinion, but this is of course only my opinion, this will be one of the most important lows in prices for this share. And I tell you why. Let me go, for example, on the seasonality page, and here we can find something really interesting. Let's go for the 10-year and 15-year seasonality. And as you can see, we are in a very interesting moment, because starting from today, but we can also say starting from the last days, okay, we can see that this company has a very huge potential to grow in the next month. So look, in the last 15 years, in this window of time, we had 86% of time a bullish period with an average return of 29%. It's incredible, guys. It's a very huge number, okay? And also, if we go to plot the net income, okay, we see that this company, the prices of these shares are going lower the balance point, which is the net income on the chart. Okay, I really think we are in a very good moment. As you can see, we can find all the signs also here. Look, we have both the divergence in the speed indicator and the Wyckoff indicator. So fundamental analysis is telling us that the company is undervalued, and the statistical and technical and mathematical analysis is telling us that we are approaching a very important low. So if we merge these two methods, we can find a really nice investment opportunity. Okay, and this is what we can have using the forecaster, because probably for the first time in history, let's say, we are merging these two different approaches. Okay, Francesco is proposing me a company. I take a picture, Francesco, and I will analyze this company in maybe tomorrow, and we will talk about this company in the next webinar, because also, guys, we talk in the next webinar about some new company, new shares that we are buying right now. So don't lose the next week webinar, because today we are doing a recap of all the old position, let's say, but in the next webinar we will see new shares we are buying right now. Okay. So very interesting, guys. I really think we are on a very interesting low. Probably it will be a very important low, and this is why we are buying strongly this company in these days. Okay, so let's go very fast, because we have David, I need some more money. Yes, but don't worry, because for example, look, we talk about now about Aspen Aerogel. we talked about this company because we found it in the break-even section, which is where we can find the companies that for the first time in history closed a positive quarter. Okay, so if we go here, as you can see, probably you remember we talked about Aspen Aerogel that for the first time had a quarter in profit. And this is why we decided, not only for this, but also because the company was improving its solidity and many other things you can find in the previous videos if you want. But something happened, guys. They closed another quarter and they are losing money again. This is not a good sign. So let's go to see the overbought and oversold page. And as you can see, look, no good sign from our indicator. Because look, investors are selling this company. And look, here we have a very bad divergence because if we compare prices and the indicator, we have a divergence, okay? And here we have a company, we have a share where the investors are selling more than they are buying. And this is why, thanks also to the fact that we are more or less at the same prices we get inside this company, we are selling it. No more shares of Aspen Aerogels in our portfolio at the moment. Okay, we can of course leave it in our watch list and we can maybe try to buy it at lower prices, but at the moment we sell it. Okay, so David, don't worry, if you need some money you can sell this position and you can jump in another one. Let's talk about Zscaler. Even in this case we are talking about the company we found in the break-even section. Okay, we found this company because we had a quarter in profit. Okay, so we popped in because the company was very interesting, nice score, nice sector, because we are talking about a company which is in the technology sector. They are involved in artificial intelligence. But look, also in this case we are not having really nice and really strong signs of how to say of reversal. Okay, look, we have the buyers, the sellers that are exceeding the buyers. So even if we look at the fundamentals and we go to the quarterly, we can see that exactly like Aspen Aerogels, we also closed another quarter with a loss. Okay, so loss on the balance sheet, no signs of more investors, more buyers than sellers on the technical side. We go out. Okay, we are in profit at the moment because we popped in this company in very in a moment. It was something like that. I don't know, I don't remember exactly where we popped in, but we are close to the to this level. So I prefer to close this position. Okay, we can also go to Castle Bioscience, which is another company we discovered thanks to the break-even page. We discovered this company because we had the last quarter in profit for the first time. So interesting. Let's go to the overbought and oversold page. This company skyrocketed a lot. We are now very we had a huge upside movement, okay? But look, also in this case, I decided to close this position because we are starting to have a divergency that tell me that this company can probably go a little bit down before maybe to start again, okay? So the company is of course interesting, but as I told you, merging fundamental and technical analysis, we can now sell the company with a very interesting profit, okay? So, guys, as I told you before, see you next week. Thank you very much. We will see some very interesting new shares we are buying right now. Just a quick favor from your side. If you have 1 minute, please go to Google, write Forecaster.biz. And if you have 1 minute, please go here in the review page of Google and leave us a 5-star review. It's very important for us to reach an international audience, and Google, of course, is important for us. So if you can please write a review, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. See you next week. Bye bye. Thank you.